if y'all don't recast Letitia Wright quickly, please.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reese video. What is the tea? Happy, whatever day this is. Girl, it's been a long week, but we here. Child, let me tell you something. I don't have any energy or any prayers or any Sierra prayers for Danny Lay and the baby and his PT Cruiser chin. I just don't have it. Girl, both of them folks deserve each other, the toxicity, all of it. Let it blow up because they just don't want to do right. And the only person I feel bad for is the actual baby. The baby. That baby was born not too long ago. That has to see they're both trash parents. Did a whole video about that. Some other things that we need to talk about, child. Oh, I got a lot. Summer Walker's new album come out. Summer Walker don't want us to eat no shrimp. She want to eat no lobsters. Girl, I don't know. Summer Walker, girl, the album is about the girls. I loving it. Stick to the rivers and the ponds and stuff that you are used to, because sometimes you be trying to get deep and it just be as deep as a puddle. Girl, let me tell you something. It's going to be a Kuna Matata. I don't care if you call it the shrimps and lobsters, roaches of the sea. I'm going to be like Timon and Pumbaa. Lifting rocks up, eating. Let me tell you something. I'm going to have me some shrimp tomorrow. I'm going to have me some oyster tomorrow. I might even have some flash fried lobster tail, period. But, yeah, we got to talk about Summer Walker. I actually like Summer Walker sometimes when she's not talking about stuff like, I don't know. But what else is going on? Oh, NeNe Leakes. And her and Kim, what's that girl? Kim Zolciak getting back cool. Girl, I have some thoughts on that because she's slowly making her way trying to get back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Andy Cohen just like, girl, I don't know. Also, Nick Cannon trying to get another light-skinned woman pregnant. Well, at least this was light-skinned because, you know, he don't do nothing to get non-black women pregnant. Got to talk about, I feel like this week is just dipped in colorism. It's just a lot of things to talk about, especially the part 2 of the reunion for Real Housewives of Potomac. We'll be talking about that strictly on Patreon. Child, I got some things I'm working on because we need to have a conversation about the colorism that's going on Real Housewives of Potomac. I do not agree with Ashley at all talking about that colorism doesn't exist. Colorism, racism, white supremacy, all those things exist everywhere, everything we do. And even at your job right now, even the stuff I'm doing, it exists everywhere. This stuff is so in our society that for you to try to remove it will mean that it will always be there. It's there. For you to actively try to take it out mean that it's there. It's still there. That's how strong it is. It is everywhere. Everywhere. Kanye West and Drake apparently got cool. I'm really tired of talking about Kanye West. I've really been tired of talking about him for 3 years, to be honest. I just can't. I just can't get into it, child. It's just too much for me. But we got that and some other things to talk about. But before we get into all of this, let's go ahead and get into this mental health check-in. Mental health, girl, she's up and down. I say no. No, I cannot sing. Y'all see my Kinsella boy? I can't never say Kinsella. What is it? My Kinsella? Known for the bond? Yes, I am currently on my way, taking a trip on my favorite rocket ship. Headed out of town. Working on a big project, working on some things. Y'all gonna see next week. Y'all gonna see those on Patreon. Y'all already know what's going on over at Patreon. I already gave y'all some tidbits because, girl, they be keeping up. Sign up Patreon. Got good content over there, good things we doing over there. Love that for everybody. But yeah, I'm just up and down. Currently recording this video at 3-something in the morning. I had so much going on today that I didn't get a chance to do it on a Tuesday. I'm tired of not being able to get my work done like I want to. I'm tired of people disrupting my day. Like, I'm tired of like having to sideline. Like, I'm just really tired. I'm definitely going to just have to shut down on folks. Because I be wanting to get my content out and then somehow, some shape or form, I just don't get a chance to do it because something happened. I have to put fires out. Whoo, girl, it's ridiculous. But, you know, other than that, I'm going to be good. My family's going to be here next week for Thanksgiving. I'm excited about that. I can't wait to get here. I've been doing a lot of stuff in my house, getting my stuff and my house ready. So excited. But y'all don't care about any of that. Y'all want me to drag this stuff and get into it. So let's go ahead and get into the tea for today. The tea for today, let's go ahead and start with Real Housewives drama. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all saw the video of NeNe Leakes and Kim Zolciak hugging for some type of Housewives Expo or something. NeNe Leakes has made a comment and said that she is interested in returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm like, I hope that she don't ever grace Real Housewives of Atlanta for the next 5 years, to be honest. NeNe Leakes, we are not interested in you doing whatever you want to do and then coming back 2 years later and saying, oh girl, I want to come back. Stay your ass where you at. I am sorry. I do not want to see you on Real Housewives of Atlanta no more. The last couple of years you have been on there, you've been very snobby, don't want to record, don't want to film, don't want to participate. Stay your ass where you at. I hope Andy activates all of his whiteness and keeps you from being on this show for a good minute. Nope, I'm not out here, nope. Let me tell you why I'm not also rooting for NeNe coming back, because the way that NeNe takes Kim Zolciak back each and every time after Kim Zolciak literally was recording, her daughter was recording roaches in her house saying all type of foul stuff, said racism didn't exist till not too long ago. Like, Kim Zolciak is trash with lip gloss on it. And NeNe Leakes just goes back to her, but let Cynthia do any of this. Baby, Cynthia would get ate up, all this other stuff. Cynthia has done way less and not has experienced nowhere near the stuff that she has from NeNe. So I don't get it. Like, NeNe, you know, some of us were like, well, you know, NeNe Leakes was, I think they would say kind of NeNe Leakes was kind of like, she was not serious about the racism stuff and all the stuff that was going on Housewives. I was like, yeah, she was when it benefited her. Like, she was very much caught. I think all the stuff that she said was true. I think all the things was true, but it was only at the expense of her. Like, she wanted to shine. She saw other women experience that, and she only cared about it after she started experiencing it. So she didn't, like, everybody else can get themselves thrown to the wolves and all the other stuff, but as long as it's not affecting me, I ain't worried about it. So NeNe, I don't want to see your ass return to Real Housewives, man. I hope they keep you all. They had Kenya Moore says, yeah, I want NeNe to come back. The only reason why Kenya Moore is saying that shit because Kenya Moore ain't got no damn storyline. I'm telling you, the new season of Housewives is going to be dry as hell. Ain't nobody excited about seeing it. Only people excited about seeing Portia stuff, and I hope it's good. The trailer looked good. The trailer looked like an 8. But no ma'am, I'm like Housewives. I'm not interested in seeing light skinned Keisha, Candy, and Drew Dots. I don't, no ma'am. Boring and Marlo, nope, not interested. And I hope NeNe don't return. NeNe don't need to be back on Housewives for another 10 years, to be honest. We'll see her at the 20-year reunion or something. Period. Moving on, let's talk about Miss Summer Walker. Y'all know I love some Summer Walker. I love her. Shout out to Summer Walker. Clap if y'all know Summer Walker. Clap, clap, yeah. A lot of people. I like Summer Walker. I like when she's making music. I like when she's, you know, putting her heart and soul in there. I like when I like to cook. I like when you got to cook and clean and wash everything. I like when Summer Walker is doing that. I like when she's doing the music thing. But when she starts offering comments and start posting stuff, like, come on, Walker, please, girl. I don't want to hear you talk about the vaccine. I don't want to hear you talk about COVID-19. Erykah Badu is your mama, and that says a lot. Erykah Badu is about as smart as a ton of bricks, to be honest. Erykah Badu this was the same, I'm just going to just lay it out. Erykah Badu was the same woman out here essentially blaming girls for experiencing assault because the dresses is too short and they too fast. Like, Erykah Badu is like definitely queen of the hoteps. She will drink some green tea and she think that's gonna cure her of COVID. Like, that is Summer Walker's mentor and all that other stuff. Like, girl, y'all need to do y'all own research. Y'all be trusting folks because they got cute hats and cute earrings and they play with crystals and stuff. It's like, girl, you need to look into these folks more than that. Like, everybody can get the aesthetic that they care about folks and, oh my gosh, like, I'm like incest and all this other stuff. And a lot of these folks ain't doing nothing. Girl, they burn the sage and the sage is ready to get away from them. Girl, it's just a mess. It's a mess. But Summer Walker, she makes really, really good music. She's very talented. She has an ear. She sounds good. Her music is hidden. But it's just when she started talking about, she posted about, oh my gosh, she posted about the sea creatures like lobster and shrimps are the roaches of the sea. And she's basically just talking about and discuss. Summer Walker's the same person who was telling folks they need to feed their kids, babies, 3 beans a day and some applesauce, and that's enough to last them. Summer Walker gonna have these kids dead. Like, she's gonna have their parents in jail, feeding their children an apple a day, and that's it. Like, it's No, ma'am. So Summer Walker, you know, she posted that, and I really didn't get I really didn't get what was so necessary to say that lobsters and shrimps are cockroaches and stuff. To be honest, the way this planet is you know, the climate is changing. Our ass might be under rocks eating roaches and stuff. We might end up very soon doing that if we don't get this act together. To be honest, like, y'all out here worried about the wrong thing. And there's some folks in some cultures who do eat like grasshoppers and bugs and stuff. Like, if it tastes good, I'm eating. I don't care what it is. If it tastes good, it's getting chomped on. If it tastes good, I'm chomping on that. Nom 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 nom. But someone Walker said that, and also there was a conversation about about her alleged contract, and that she wasn't being paid that much, and she was making 15 cents on a dollar, all that. Now, someone Walker came out and she said that none of these things are true. That's not what's going on. That contract is old, so her contract has been renewed, like changed up several times since then. I think it has. I still don't think it's the best contract, to be honest. I think it's a better contract probably, but you know, it's not a thing on some Walker. People dragging her and saying that she was dumb as hell for signing a contract like that. But I think it's just really a conversation about how exploitive the music industry is, how the industry is exploiting like black women and musicians. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, even going to what Ashanti is dealing with Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti, like the whole situation, she said she wants to re-record all of her songs under her own label. Songs that she wrote, songs that she had a lot to do with, she sung and that she wrote and all that. And Irv Gotti is just like, she trying to take money out of my pocket. It's just like, Irv Gotti, you literally had to, you probably was not paying her pennies. I guarantee you she was probably making pennies. I guarantee you Ashanti probably made more money showing up to the Versus battle than she did on streaming. The streaming numbers for Ashanti was good. Ashanti got some hits, she got some bops, she got some music. And I honestly didn't know anything about Ashanti re-recording any music or anything under her label. But her argument, well, not her argument, the argument that Irv Gotti made on Angie Martinez's Instagram page, like dragging it, made me want to support Ashanti's music when she re-records it. Delete all of the stuff that came from Irv Gotti and only listen to the music off of Ashanti's album, like from her label. Like, why would I do that? Like, y'all don't have any talent other than manipulating and exploiting other people. That's y'all talent. There's nothing special about y'all folks at all. So when I saw that, I was just like, great. If anything, I'm gonna support Ashanti even more. Like, Irv Gotti got some nerve. Like, I just didn't really get that. It was like, girl, you ain't shooting in the gym with this girl. Like, she out here putting her heart in and stuff in it. Girl, listen, Concrete Rose, like, Ashanti albums eat. Now, like, baby, Ashanti eats down. Like, girl, child, listen, you better ask J-Lo. You better ask about J-Lo, period. So yeah, that whole thing that Irv Gotti was trying to do, like spray her and say all this stuff, is like made me want to support Ashanti even more. Irv Gotti don't seem like he's very smart, to be honest. Let's talk about my fave, Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is GQ's Musician of the Year. Shout out to him. The interview was cute. He was talking about a lot of things. He kind of responded and said something about, you know, he offered Nicki, well, he didn't speak to her directly, but he wanted Nicki to be on, what was the name of the song? What was the name of this song? Oh my God, what was the name of the song? Industry Baby. He wanted her to be on Industry Baby, but she apparently declined. And Jack Harlow ended up being on it. And the way that Lil Nas X, you know, kind of said it, like it was worded, it seems as like he was saying that I don't think Nicki would have been that comfortable on that music video. And a lot of folks was like, what he trying to say that Nicki? Like, I'm coming, what he trying to say? And This man is giving an interview. He's answering questions that folks were asking him. He can speak on whatever, like he can. If he was out here praising Nicki all the time, y'all be eating it up. Y'all be eating it up. Like I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm just putting out, I'm hoping that he's breaking away from like essentially ass kissing her, because I don't think that she's being a good, genuine person with him. I definitely don't think that Nicki would have been comfortable with being on Industry Baby with all that gay stuff going on in the background. I don't think she would have been comfortable. She just did a whole Instagram live with Santana and just kind of praised him and not throwing his sexuality up. So I'm kind of confused of how the Barbs are saying, oh, what, you trying to say that she homophobic? She literally was on the live with Santana and said that she loved that Santana don't put his sexuality all of it's about the music. Folks say, well, it is about, he do make the music. But a part of the music, a lot of Santana's music is like him being a queer, black, fat, like gay queer person. Like that's his music. Like I'm like niggas, I'm doing all this other stuff and y'all gonna see me like I'm doing rich hot girl stuff. Like that's his stuff. That's his whole thing. Like it's actually liberating to see him show up in the outfits that he's doing, giving fashions, saying the stuff. Sometimes he be dumb as hell, especially with that post he posted today, talking about you know, he be supposed to clean up and he needed for her to be Hispanic or Mexican. I was like, ooh girl, what's she not that bright, but like Nicki gives me that. Like she gives me that, and I'm just child. I will never forget when T.S. Madison was on the Queen radio, and it sounded like they were trying to make fun of her being like trans and stuff, and Nicki really didn't stop that a lot. But you know, that's y'all queen of rap, period, queen of rap. So I don't think Lil Nas X was trying to be purposely shady to Nicki Minaj. I think he was just saying how he felt, and he's entitled to do that, point blank, period. Like I said, the interview was good. He looked amazing. The pictures really ate. But he looked good. He looked good. There's a couple of other things that he talked about in an interview, and I'm encouraging folks to read it. I'm loving that Lil Nas X is always like, he's doing this little thing that I'm noticing when he does his photo shoots. He always does like a double thing. Like he'll have him being feminine and masked, and he'll have both of himself in the picture. He does a lot of those images in his music and stuff too. Like he does it in his music videos. Like I love that. I love that. I'm sure it took him a while to get to where he's at now, because in his music, he's named that, you know, people made fun of his lips. People made fun of how he looked. And somebody said, oh, like how his lips were so big. And I'm like, now he's getting praised all the time about his lips. And in that they were never ugly. They were always beautiful from the beginning. I think he is just a beautiful human being, and I just cannot wait to see where he's going to be at the next, 10 years from now. He did mention that some of the stuff he's doing now, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, won't be an issue. So I'm loving that he's seeing it like that. I don't ever want to be the person, the old man on the porch. I don't want to be the old man. I was literally squirting and ain't nothing come out. I don't want to be the old man on the porch. Back in my day, I don't ever want that to be me, ever. But I'm glad that Lil Nas X is coming out like talking about like his music and everything else. I loved it. Shout out to the person who interviewed him. Period. So let's talk about y'all favorite girl, Miss Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright has been causing so much of a stir on the cast of Black Panther 2 that I really would not be surprised if Marvel was out here, like post-production were dropping tea about her to get her to just like get her like recasted. I think at this point, it like the way Black Panther 2 is looking, and like it is really like taking the air out of it's taking the hot air out the balloon. Like it is depressing. Like we've already lost Chadwick. He will not be reprising his roles as the Black Panther as T'Challa, and part 2. And it's been like, we're not gonna recast him. We're not gonna do all this. We're not gonna do that. Then Letitia's been, not wanting to be vaccinated, doing this and putting her co-workers and her people at risk. She's just not doing. She's liked some of my tweets of saying recast her. Like at this point, Letitia, if you don't want to be there, then don't show up. If you don't like it, just stop. I don't understand. Like, girl, if the contract, like, just ask them, girl, go ahead and recast me. Honestly, There's some. I really fell in love with Cherie's. I loved Cherie. I love Cherie. But I wouldn't be mad if y'all just waited, like just recast at this point. It's so much at this point. I honestly want to ask y'all how y'all would feel about it if T'Challa was recasted. Do you think Marvel should wait? Should Disney wait a couple years and just not recast T'Challa, but just have another Black Panther? Like I don't know, like do some red constant. I don't know, like come up with something, girl. Like I don't know, girl. This is gonna be very nervous about this project, child. This is gonna be make me very, very nervous. Also, I want to talk about the Queen of Brooklyn. I never did get a chance to talk about her. She passed away not too long ago, and there's been a lot of conversation about how she passed and all the other stuff, and people, are not respecting her family's wishes to not reveal and all the other stuff. There's a bunch of drama about how she passed away, and it was just ridiculous. And I hate the woman she was funny as hell. She was natural talent. She was dealing with some things. And I hope that she's getting the rest that she needs. She was fun. I loved her. Like I liked her. She was saying some stuff that was kind of stupid, but I was like, girl, like she worse than the other folks that we be dealing with. So I'm hoping that her family and stuff is healing and all that. Like it's a lot to lose a loved one. I think she did have a son, and there was a video I saw of him like dancing at her funeral service, which was cute. It was like, okay, come on, dance, child. But it made me really think about death, and like I've been thinking about it a lot. And I honestly want to do a video about what I would like my stuff to look like. I know it's gonna be very heavy, so I might have to hold out on that. But girl, we'll see. But I want to end it with that, girl. I think, did I talk about everything I wanted to talk about, girl? I think the only thing I also wanted to talk about was Kanye West finally making up with Drake. They took a picture together. I'm really tired of talking. To be honest, I'm so tired of Kanye West. I'm tired of Kim Kardashian. I'm tired of folks even interviewing Kanye West. I just want Kanye West to go back to his form, wherever he got, and just disappear. Just the last couple of projects you put out really ain't been eating like that. Just go away from me with this, Mr. West. Wake up, Mr. West. But yeah, girl, like, child. But got a lot of things I want to talk about this week as I wrap up on this King Reese video. Just looking at my list of things I want to talk about, girl. I definitely want to talk about Brian Tyree Henry and desirability, because I saw the conversation about him and how folks were like, this guy had said that he wasn't hot, he wasn't attractive, and how people were engaging with Brian Tyree Henry. So I want to talk about that. Also, I want to get into, there's a conversation of this queer TikToker had posted a video of him going to the gay bar, and he was trying to speak to somebody. He was fat, and he walked up and tried to like talk to somebody or flirt with somebody, and they told him he was too fat to be even speaking to him. It's a conversation about like how fat folks are treated in queer spaces. It took me a long time to be able to get the courage to go to a bar and to feel comfortable. It's a long journey, girl. And even still, sometimes I'd be like, girl, I don't want. My friend be asking me, girl, you want to go out? Let's go to the club. And I'd be like, girl, for what? So you can be looked at all night, and I can just be the fat friend. I don't want to be the fat friend, child. I am exhausted. I am tired. I don't want to go there and be your drink holder, girl. I don't want to go to the gay club and not be seen. And the thought of me speaking to somebody is so much anxiety times 10 from what everybody else deal with, because they might look at me, girl, like, how dare you? But what's interesting is when you get to the club, like, they don't speak, but they'll speak to you on the apps. So it's not that folks ain't out here loving it, fucking on fat folks. It's just they don't want to be caught doing it. They don't want to be, But even then, they're still not talking to us on the apps too. So it's very complicated and complex, and I will be talking about that in a video. A couple other things I'm working on Patreon, child, because I watched Adele's interview with Oprah, and she talked about her fatness, and woo, conversation I might save for Patreon, child. But I love y'all. Until next time, I'll talk y'all in the next video. Bye.